Welcome everyone to my channel Awesome Maths. As discussed before, please do like, subscribe, share, and also send me some comments about the problems that we solve together. Today we are about to solve two very difficult Olympiad level problems, and I hope that it is very much helpful to you in your future maths endeavors. Okay, so coming to our first problem for today. So this is solve for x if x to the power of x to the power of 3 is equal to 729. Looks quite difficult. It is indeed difficult, and we will have to again use a neat trick to solve this. Okay, so x to the power of 3 is equal to 729. So our first step here is to use so we will do some rough work here. Now we know two things: a to the power of m to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m into n, and this is also equal to a to the power of n to the power of m. So what we will do is we will just rewrite this equation. So what this means is x to the power of 3 into x is equal to 729. This implies x to the power of 3 to the power of x is equal to 729. What we now do is we will raise both the left hand side and the right hand side of this equation to the power of 3. So what we are about to do is we'll say x to the power of 3 to the power of x. We raise this entire expression again to the power of 3. So since we have raised the left hand side to the power of 3, we have to do the same to the right hand side as well. So this is equal to 729 to the power of 3, right? Now what do we get here? We get x to the power of 3 to the power of x to the power of 3, right? That is equal to 729 to the power of 3. And the reason why we did this step will become clear very soon. This means x to the power of 3 to the power of x to the power of 3 is equal to, now what we have to do is we need to find something here which will match our left hand side. So what do I imply by that? Let us just find out. Now 729, right? So let's go to what is 729. So 729 can be written as 81 into 9, right? Which is equal to 9 into 9 into 9, which is nothing but 9 cube. So 729 is nothing but 9 cube, and we have a whole cube here. So x cube to the power of x cube is equal to 9 cube whole to the power of 3. Again, this implies x cube to the power of x cube is equal to, I bring this 3 outside, a to the power of m to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m into n. So 3 into 3, that will be 9. So you see here, x cube to the power of x cube is equal to 9 to the power of 9, right? So we have x cube here, we have 9 here, x cube here, we have 9 here. Hence, very simply following from here, x cube is equal to 9, right? Very easy to understand this. So what is the value for x? X is equal to the cube root of 9. So you see, I mean, we had a problem at the top which seemed again very difficult, very tricky. X to the power of x whole to the power of 3. There is absolutely no need in these problems to have any logarithmic solutions. You just have to break this problem up, make sure that we have a left hand side which looks very similar to the right hand side. Once we have a step like this, Once we have a step like this where x cube to the power of x cube becomes 9 to the power of 9, then it's very easy to solve it out and find the final solution for x. Right? So x is equal to cube root of 9. Thank you, and we will now move on to a second problem of the day. Okay, so a second problem for the day, this involves a long polynomial equation, and as hard as it appears to be, we have to do some simple factorizations to solve this, right? So what is our problem? Let us just write it down again here, right? So we have to find a where 3a to the power of 5 minus 6a to the power of 4 minus 2a to the power of 3 plus 4a squared minus a plus 2 is equal to 0. Right? Now, very simply, our first step here should be we have to find out a way in which we will do the factorization for this. Now, you can see here that we have got a 3a to the power of 5. We have got a 6a to the power of 4. There is a 2 here, there is a 4 here, and this is basically 1a and this is 2. So, I mean, one thing becomes quite clear that a minus 2 is expected to be a factor of this entire equation, of this entire term, right? So, what do we do first? Let us go 2 terms at a time. So, 3a to the power of 5 minus 6a to the power of 4. So, when we group this together, let's just put some brackets about what we are about to group. Okay, so since, I mean, here this will become a negative, so I will not close this bracket here, but this and then this, okay? So, 3a to the power of 4, a minus 2, right? Is that clear? This is how we will factorize this. Now we go to our second term. In our second term, 2a squared will be common. So let's make it minus 2a squared. Again, a. Now there is a positive sign here. This will become negative inside the bracket. Right? So minus 2a squared into minus 2 gives you plus 4a squared. Similarly, there is nothing here which will be taken out common. So let us just put it as 1 into a minus 2 is equal to 0. Clear? Because again, minus into minus equals to plus. So we have the a minus 2 here, which is absolutely common, which we had suspected. So let's take out a minus 2 as the common factor into 3a to the power of 4 minus 2a squared minus 1 is equal to 0. Now it is quite tempting to just have this solved as a is equal to 2 and this equals to 0. But let's first see if we can factorize this also further. I think it's quite possible to factorize this further, right? If you see, let us do a quick rough work here. Now 3a to the power of 4 can be written as 3a squared into a squared, so that we can have an answer that comes out in a squared terms, and minus 1 can be written as minus 1. So minus 1 is the product of plus 1 into minus 1. So why we make a cross like this is 3a squared into minus 1, that will give us minus 3a squared plus 1 into a squared. So minus 3a squared plus a squared. That is the middle term, which is minus 2a squared. So whenever you have it done like this, across and have this factorized, it is very easy to find out what should be the terms on the either side. And when we write this here, this term becomes 3a squared plus 1 into a squared minus 1 is equal to 0, right? We take these two terms together, these two terms together. Now just have this like multiplied. You will find that these two will give the same expression. 3a to the power of 4 plus a squared minus 3a squared, that is minus 2a squared minus 1 is equal to 0. So we have got 3 factors. So there are 3 potential ways in which we can solve this. So which means either a minus 2 is equal to 0, 3a squared plus 1 equal to 0, or a squared minus 1 is equal to 0, right? So from here it is very simple. A is equal to 2. Here we get 3a squared is equal to minus 1. A squared is equal to minus 1 by 3. Now we cannot take this term because as we have been asked in the question, we have to find the rational values of a, right? So a here is not rational. Here a becomes square root of minus 1 by 3. This is irrational. So we will not take this solution, right? And here a square is equal to 1, which gives us a is equal to plus minus 1. So the answers for this question is a is equal to minus 1, 1 or 2, right? And a good way to always have your answers revalidated is to just have this a substituted here. So if you substitute for 2, I think 2 is the easiest one. You will see that this equation holds, right? If you have 1 substituted, you will find the same thing. If you have minus 1 substituted, you will find the same thing. So that is a wrap for today. Wasn't today's episode awesome? I will see you again for our next episode on Awesome Maths. Thank you. Hi kids. Maths is the language of the universe, and I'm doing everything that I can to make maths problems a bit easier for you. So if you like my videos, I would just request you to please like, subscribe, share all of my videos, and also send me your comments on what new maths problems you would like me to solve for you. Thank you and all the best.